Thank you, President. My question is for Minister Pearson in the other place, represented in this House by the Attorney-General. Non-disclosure agreements, otherwise known as confidentiality agreements, are frequently used in settlement of workplace sexual harassment and often take the form of a settlement deed, where financial compensation is offered in exchange for silence and a resignation. It means that victims are forced out of the workplace when it should be the other way around. And it means that employers can duck their obligations to provide a safe workplace and enable repeat offending, all while preventing victims from talking about their abuse. Last year, the then Workplace Safety Minister, Ms Stint, announced proposed reforms in response to a ministerial task force investigation. So my question is, what steps has the Minister taken to progress legislation to restrict the use of non-disclosure agreements in sexual harassment cases?
Minister.
Thank you, President, and I thank Ms Payne for her question. It's an incredibly important issue, and I do thank the former ministers responsible, particularly Minister Stitt, in relation to the important work that task force did. And they certainly looked at non-disclosure agreements, and it's a very complex area of reform. I've had many people talk to me about whether you ban them, whether you restrict them, and it is something that the government has committed in principle to advance. It is something that I'm interested in the attorney portfolio, Minister Pearson in his workplace safety role, but the Minister for Women is also quite interested in as well. So there are ongoing conversations about this topic, but not in a position to, it is complex, it does require a lot of continued discussions, and so I would welcome further discussions with you, and I'm sure Minister Pearson would as well.
Ms Payne, supplementary.
Thank you, President, and I thank the Attorney for her response. By way of supplementary, I simply ask, when are we likely to see reform of this type?
Minister.
I'm on the record with dates for you previously. I'm not going to do it again because I don't know the answer to it. I don't want to restrict it, but I can confirm it is under active consideration at the moment.